Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we've built this monstrosity and we're gonna crash it into the moon one piece at a time. So let's go. No further ado, just nothing to it. We're just heading to the moon. We're gonna need to go over our location of the seismometer and then hover-ish there and just drop them, like, with a few seconds apart. So, off we go. As you can see, we have full SAS, so that's good. That is maybe too much thrust to weight. I'm going to throttle this thing down to about a third, or by about a third. Yeah, that feels a lot better. We've checked our staging, and we should be good to drop our payloads, of which there are many. This is kind of reminding me of that that bomber design loadout in what was that? Oh, look at that! We're flipping. I was looking away, and then I'm like, hang on, something's not quite right. And we're doing it again. Fantastic. Okay, go, go, go. I see the good old patented backflip technology is... Oh my. You know what? I'm actually just going to revert this back to the launch, and I'm actually going to pay attention this time and be like, what exactly is happening here? This is, after all, our first launch of this thing. So, let's keep it at about 2/3 throttle. Because I wasn't even starting the gravity turn there, and it backflipped. Well, front flipped? Yeah, I guess it front flipped. So this time I'm actually paying attention to try to see what's going on. Our apoapsis is about coming up close to 10 kilometers. So far... Oh, there it goes. No input whatsoever. It just tips. It's exciting stuff. And it would appear our thrust gimbaling is not enough to deal with that. But I think... Oh, no, we're doing it again. We're kind of tumbling out of control at this point. Please head prograde. Please head prograde. That would be very nice of you. Thank you. We're just going to stability assist from here. Nope, we're tumbling the other way now. Look at that. That is insane. So clearly we need something. I'm guessing it has to do with the weird aerodynamics on our bomber assembly. So let's hop in here. And maybe we need to put like fins on. Maybe that would help. So let's go with something like, let's see, how much control surface area do we have here? 0.65. Yeah, I think this will do. Okay. Let's see how much that helps the stability. This is still a test launch, after all. If this doesn't work, we may have to fairing the entire upper bit, which is going to be really weird, but theoretically possible. So we would ditch, like... Oh, it disappeared. But we could ditch the Rockomax brand adapter and replace that with a fairing if this doesn't work. I'm going to go at full speed, though, and I'm just interested to see how that plus the winglets affect this. I'm not touching anything at all. We're on pure SAS. My hands are completely off of the keyboard right now. I just want to see what we've got. Yeah, you can see here. We were starting to yaw over, but there we go. Okay, I cut the throttle there. I think we're only going to flip the once, maybe? Nope. We're going again. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that it has to do... Oh my. This thing is very tippy in the atmosphere. Okay. So that doesn't work. I mean, the whole thing is completely symmetrical, which is why I don't quite understand why it's so tippy. But I assume it must have something to do with the aerodynamic properties of decouplers. That's all I can figure. So let's go ahead and ditch the Rockomax brand adapter. And instead, let's think about big ol' fairing. Like, do we have a bigger fairing? We kind of don't. I'm not sure that this fairing can get big enough. Actually, it kind of can. Can it get tall enough? That is hilarious. I love it. Okay, so if we do that, we can get rid of our nose cone for sure. We have no need of that. So that'll simplify our rocket a bit. That makes it cheaper, but we haven't attached this guy yet. So where's our... Oh my, this is really laggy. I think it hates the fairing, guys. Oh boy. Yeah, it hates opening the fairing because there are so many fairing parts. But I think we're okay. So I'm just checking. The decoupler is there. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. So we place that there. And we have officially the weirdest looking rocket I think I've ever made. Like, this is even more weird looking. Oh boy, it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's a little lighter too. Okay. I think it's gonna stop crashing now. So that we can go crash. Which would be nice, because I want to crash this thing. Not my computer. I would prefer not to crash my computer. But I just can't believe this fairing is gonna work. You know what? I didn't put the fairing in the staging. We should ditch the fairing before we do the stage 2. Where is the fairing in the staging? The fairing is here. This is not where we want it to be. We want it to be down here, but actually, like, here, in stage 19. Because we want to ditch the fairing before we switch to the second stage, right? So... Okay, SAS on. And let's see if this is more aerodynamically solid. I mean, it should be. There's nothing here that could possibly cause anything. I think we're definitely having less aerodynamic drag, which is nice. Yeah, this is definitely an improvement. Okay, what's our apoapsis at? We're at space now. I'm going to go up to about 80, and we can start drifting. Okay, let's start that gravity turn. Actually, we can just go to space, realistically. I'm going to let it tumble. And add a maneuver, prograde, until we're in orbit. Kind of like that-ish. Although it gets kind of awkward. It gets real awkward, actually. Like, Are we in space yet? Because it would sure be nice if we were. No, we're not in space quite yet. And now we are. Freezing our rotation. And I'm just going to throttle up a little bit so we can turn better. Okay. And we're just going to burn right here. Okay, I'm going to cut the engines for a little bit. We flattened our trajectory a bit, but we do need to flatten it even more. About like that. That'll be fine. Go ahead and lock to the maneuver node. Node in T-minus 1 minute 25 seconds, so this is a 2 minute 20 second burn, so we want to be burning like now. Actually in like 10 seconds. There we go. We're going to ditch the fairing and go to stage 2. And off we go with this monstrosity we've made. Oh, this is horrible. And I love it. Okay. So let's get in orbit as soon as we can. Still another 700 meters per second to go. The major issue was I gravity turned really shallowly. Like, I got going too fast in the atmosphere, but I was concerned about flipping for obvious reasons. Like, if I redid the launch, we could get here more efficiently, but I think we're still going to be fine on the DV. Like, how much do we have in this tank? 1822? Yeah, we should be fine. Realistically. Apoapsis is getting further away, so I'm going to cut throttle for right now. Just lock to prograde. And yes, we do not have any solar panels on this thing, so that's exciting. We're going to have to keep a close eye on that. I really should have thought of that. You know, maybe I should just revert it. Put solar panels up here and do the launch a little more efficiently. Electric charge is still going down when we're running this engine. I need to do that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll put, like, we don't need much for solar panels on this thing, right? Just barely enough to run it. So, like, 2 small solar panels should do the trick. But I think I am going to quadcouple it just to be safe. They don't cost much, after all. They're super cheap. Okay, there we go. Save this. And let's launch it. So this, I believe, is the real launch. So I'm going to go ahead and get our speed a little more under control. If the game doesn't crash here. No, we're good. Excellent. So I'm going to get the speed a little bit more under control, just by only throttling up to there. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to go. It is time to put a cut in here, though. So next episode, the real launch of this thing to the moon will begin. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.